McLaughlin, Associate Editor of Lodging. At HITEC Dallas 2021, we spoke with executives from hotel technology providers about their latest solutions and new developments in the tech space.
Hi, my name is Benefiel. I'm the Global Director for Enterprise Services here at OTA Insight. We're here at HITEC. It's great to be here. I actually joined OTA Insight just before the pandemic hit, so this has been my first ever time to get to meet a lot of the customers I have the privilege of working with, IHG, Wyndham, Best Western, and many others, so it's been a lot of fun. So the history of OTA Insight is we're about 12 years old. Three very clever individuals from Belgium decided that they wanted to go to the 2012 Olympics and were looking for a cheap hotel room. And so they wrote a script that managed to help them find some of the best rates on properties for that event. And they discovered some really interesting things about OTAs and the impact of OTAs on major properties. They showed it to a couple of folks there in London on some of the major chains, and the chains were astonished at what they were able to show them about their rates relative to the OTAs. 12 years later, here we are. Our core product is still Rate Insight. It is the product that helps hoteliers understand how their rates stack up against the OTAs and their competitors. That's key because what we do that is unique really to any of the other rate shoppers that are out there is we gather data from both APIs and other sources directly from the channels, but we also shop. So we go out to all of the individual channels to ensure that users of our products can see exactly what their consumers are seeing, and that's what helps make our data unique. So after we built the Rate Insight product, we went in a couple of different directions. We wanted to continue to help the revenue manager on property, so we've built more integrated products that pull together all the different reports that a revenue manager has to look at individually today into a single dashboard. That's Revenue Insight. And then we took the same data that we used for Rate Insight and rolled it up so that corporate level organizations with many properties can see the differences between their rates and who may be undercutting them on the channels. And that's Parity Insight, and that's used with the customers that I work with, like the corporate organizations for the global chains. And then most recently, and it's very exciting, we've launched Market Insight in the depth of the pandemic. And that's really meant to extend, because everyone's having to do more with fewer resources, the capability of our products to help both the revenue manager and marketing see what's coming in terms of demand. Historical data doesn't mean that much anymore, and that's where Market Insight has been very useful and well received. It's selling above expectation over the last 6 months. The thing I think I've heard most about here at the show, and it's consistent with prior feedback, is that hoteliers will continue to have to do a lot of tasks with a smaller staff than they may have had prior to the pandemic. And that's where tools like Revenue Insight that can bring together lots of different reports to help them quickly achieve what they need to do in their morning stand-ups, and working with things like Market Insight, which helps them understand where demand is coming from without relying on historical data, will be key. So I think, all in all, we're well positioned to help folks out at the property level and above property understand how best to anticipate demand and take advantage of it going into 2022.